Minecraft, made in Sweden, and Brian was made in the USA. Let's go ahead back to my new Minecraft Beta 1.8 survival world. And as I recall, it had just turned nighttime. I see my food bar is down 4 little chicken legs. Like, what are those? I don't know what the unit of food bar is. So if you have a good name for it, let me know. I hear zombies presumably walking around outside, kind of on the ceiling up there. And since it is now nighttime, I do want to go back down and do some spelunking. But before I do that, were there any items or tools or things that I needed to craft or do? My iron pick is starting to run out, and so why don't I go ahead... Ooh. And then people asked a great question about the torches song, and that is, if all of a sudden I can craft all these items so quickly, what will happen to the torches song? And I don't know, but I can imagine it might be torches, 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 and that's it. I don't know. We will see. In any case, it's good that it will take me less time to quickly craft torches if I am in a scary area. Okay, so I said I wanted to do that. I said I wanted to go ahead and create another iron pick to have that in reserve. And actually an iron shovel wouldn't hurt either, and I will go ahead and drop off this old pick and shovel and some of these things that I'm never going to use probably ever again. And yeah, that's good. Okay, so we are going to go back down into that, find that abandoned mine shaft again that I had found, and this time I want to explore it some more. I heard from someone in the comments that apparently, oh, and I wanted to make, let's do this better, hold on. I'm going to want to wait, at least for the short term, to get back up and down here. So, alright, once again, I'm already completely scattered in terms of the different things I want to talk about. But one thing people pointed out is I kind of spawned in not the most interesting area, especially with regards to the next, to the new terrain generation. But that's okay. My intention is that I'm only going to spend a short amount of time here, and then I am going to basically gather up some basic supplies. I want to even get down to the diamond level to go ahead and get some kind of diamond stuff. I heard a skeleton a moment ago. And I guess I've gone a few different directions here, but not everywhere. In any case, I want to collect some basic supplies, but then I want to go ahead and move and start exploring more in the overworld. And I have no idea how extensive like these abandoned mine shafts are supposed to be. It looks like there might be another level up there where someone could fall down on me. And I hear a spider. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, I'm below where the other spawner was. So that I should have turned off. But then there may be the new blue spiders down here that could be falling on me at some point. Oh my gosh. This is pretty scary. I think it's a combination of not knowing exactly what to expect, as well as the fact that... Oh, armor! That was the other thing I was going to make. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I should really make some armor. Yeah, that would actually be a really fantastic idea. Why don't I go back up and do that real quick? Okay, so, sorry. My plan is to stick around in this area for a few days in order to get some basic supplies, to stock up on a little bit more iron, hopefully find some gold and redstone so I can make a few things like a clock, and a little bit of diamond so that I can make some first diamond tools. But then I want to get on the move and explore around, because in the overworld I want to see some of the new biomes, the new terrain generation, as well as... Is that all the iron that I had? I guess it probably is. I just made some more tools, and I didn't even think about that. Alright, I do not have a ton. So I guess with 8, I will go ahead and make an iron chestplate, because that will be much better than not having any armor. Alright, and now the armor bar is over on the left above my hearts. Okay, as I was saying, I want to get some basic supplies, but then I want to go traveling the overworld to see the new biomes and also go looking for villages, and then there's some kind of stronghold that I guess is like underground or something, but I don't really know what it is. Yes, so that is kind of my basic plan. And gosh, it's pretty scary. Oh, and water is good because I think possibly I emptied my water bucket in the last episode when I was starting my farm. Alright, it is almost impossible to swim through this current in this tiny area. And now, do I have my water bucket? Let's get it in hand. And then go zoop. Alright. Oh, and there's more water over here. Okay. Wow, these narrow hallways are kind of scary. I don't know where that water is coming from exactly. Aha! Apparently it was coming from right there! And I just put it out. Hooray. Alright. That's a dead end, so that is happy. And so now I think... Right, that just gave me spider string, and so that's good. I don't have any arrows yet, and I probably won't for a while, or at least not very many. So arrows is going to be another thing that's going to be crazy. Is this a ravine? It looks kind of big and open and long and tall. I think this might be... Oh! Oh my gosh! Where is he? What's happening? I'm poisoned. Oh no! I've been poisoned by a blue spider, I believe. And I don't even know what to do about it. Okay, my food bar is pretty far down, and I've also lost some hearts. Alright, I'm down 5 food bars right now, so I'm going to eat. Oh, right, you have to hold down the button in order to eat. And that gave me 3. Okay, so a cooked chicken apparently gives you 3 food bars. And then somewhere over here, that I didn't even see him, I think there was a blue spider who went and poisoned me. And I don't know if they can, like, do that from afar, or if he fell on my head and I just didn't notice, or what happened there. And so that's kind of terrifying. I think I might be able to get up to a higher level over here, and possibly see if the spider is actually right up here, or what's going on. Gosh, this is crazy. And no, I think he actually did like hit me because my armor is less than it was, and I presume the poison doesn't affect armor, because it used to be the case that like if you drowned underwater, like your armor went down, which is ridiculous. And I think that they fixed that, is what I heard. So that basically things like drowning underwater no longer affects your armor. I thought I read that in the change list. I'm going to go ahead and collect a few more of these so I can make a bow when the time comes. And I don't know... Oh, I never tried... Like, can you collect, by any chance, with shears? Can I collect this? No, it does not appear that I can collect the spider webs. That'd be pretty cool if you could like place them and like use them in your own traps. Alright, I have been talking for a while already, and now I'm a little bit injured, and so I am considering... well, apparently I'm considering getting lost in my own little first mine shaft area. But I'm considering going back to the surface because I think it might already be turning daytime, and it would behoove me to work on my farm a little bit in order to improve my food situation. And I only got a couple more pieces of iron in that short trip. But that's okay. The first few days in Minecraft are always a little bit slow as you kind of establish a footing, and at the same time I also, in addition to establishing a footing, okay, I believe, yes, I believe I see more light around the corner there. So let me see if there's any things I need to drop off or cook up real quick. I guess I can go ahead and make a bow, except for I always want to do that wrong, because the string has to stay taut and the sticks are bent. There we go. Alright, there is a bow. And I'm not holding all that much inventory, but I'll go ahead and put away the extra string and feather, and I'm not going to try to make a single arrow or anything like that right now. Okay. So yes, let's see. There are a ton of things yet to talk about. So apparently, I'm holding my sword. If I right-click, you can like block or parry or something. I don't know how effective that is against different types of things, but I imagine that if I am in the typical Brian situation of all of a sudden discovering that there's a creeper falling on my head, and I go abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-da, as I often do, that might be a good time to try to parry the blow and possibly take less damage from the creeper. So that is definitely something I will try to remember, although in the heat of the moment, I'll probably screw it up. So I think there's more tall grass here than there was before. Does tall grass like grow and spread on its own now, or maybe I'm just misremembering? In any case, I would like to collect some more seeds so that I can plant a bigger farm, because the tiny little farm I have right here is not going to feed a hungry, hungry Brian. And so I at least just collected a couple more seeds, right? Oh yeah, I've got 5 seeds now. That's great. And so let's also get the hoe out. And go do-do-do-do-do. Plant, plant, plant. Oops. Plant, plant. All right, got a little bit better of a wheat farm getting set up over there. And I have plenty of wood. What's another good way to spend the daytime? I guess I could do a little bit of exploring around, provided I can find my way back. And that is always possible, because I can just pick a cardinal direction and head in that direction. And so it looks like a desert over there, so that looks like the least interesting. This one looks like an interesting direction, possibly. Let me do my usual trick. I am outside, and so I could look up in the sky, but I always love using cobblestone as a compass. And so if I take a look here, north is this way, and so I'm going to walk a little bit to the south and just kind of see what I encounter. And yeah, as I do that, let's see, there's probably, ooh, here's another egg. So I think I'm going to leave the live chickens around and hope that I collect some more eggs, and then possibly could start a chicken farm too. And I guess with all this tall grass that's here, I might as well try to collect some more seeds in the early going. Although once you get your farm really started, it's easy to collect more seeds. Oh, and trees with vines. So this is something else that's new. I don't know if this is a part of a new biome, and there's mushrooms here too, and mushrooms could be a good food source as well. Although there's only one mushroom right there. I guess I will collect it. Yeah, because mushroom farms, I think, are pretty easy to start. So I guess I should collect that as well, in terms of food sources. So I don't know exactly what's going on with the vines. People said they look like you should be able to climb them, but no, you can't climb them. And it appears if I break the top one, all the ones below it break, but if I break the bottom one, the top one doesn't break. So that's kind of interesting. I think they regenerate. Yes, they regenerate quickly. Holy cow, that just came back down. And yes, I even saw someone suggesting that it may be useful. I think you can collect vines. Let's see. If I right-click on it or left-click, or is there a way to collect vines? Or do you just have to, like, grow a tree if I... Oh, no, here we go. Did I break it with my shears? What happened? Or just sometimes they break off? I'm not sure, but I'm going to collect a few vines, because I think you can then replace them, and then they, like, regrow in other places. And I've heard someone discussing the idea of using them as a type of defense against Endermen from taking blocks out of your houses. The idea being, if you cover your house in vines, vines grow all over the place, and so if an Enderman walks by and tries to pick up the top block in your house, he might end up picking up the vine rather than picking up one of your house blocks, and then a few seconds later the vine will just grow back. Yeah, I don't know how much of a danger the Endermen are in that respect in terms of just randomly stealing your vines or whatever. Okay, so I've gotten very distracted. I already found vines. That was very exciting. But now it might be swell to continue heading to the south, as I just said I was going to do. And so let's do that. And I'm not going to head too far, because I've already lost track. The sun is still high in the sky, but I think it's beginning to just start to set. So far, all the mushrooms that I have found have been brown mushrooms. I think in general, when you're in the overworld, the red-spotted mushrooms are a little rarer. And the vines, yeah, the vines are definitely going to be a challenge from the point of view of making it even more difficult to see creepers coming in over the horizon. And so it's definitely the case that I'm going to just start cutting down a few random trees in order to kind of thin things out over here, so that if I am traveling around this area of the overworld, either in the morning, just after you get up and there's still creepers walking around, or possibly at night. So another thing that's new in Minecraft Beta 1.8 is one of the features is like a brightness knob in the options. And actually, let me go check that out right now while I'm thinking of it. If I bring up Options, video settings, brightness. So there's moody, and then you can go all the way up to bright. And if I do that, under this tree, I can't really tell, but I think at nighttime it actually does make a huge difference. And so it's always been the case that on my monitor I keep my brightness way down, and that was to force me to place tons of torches so that when you saw it on YouTube, and YouTube tends to darken videos, that it wouldn't be too dark and you would always be able to see what I'm seeing. But now I can actually turn it up inside the game. And I don't love that idea from the point of view of I feel like, you know, nighttime is supposed to be dark and it's supposed to be hard to see. But at the same time, as a result, I've hardly done any like outdoor nighttime exploring as part of my Let's Play, simply because it was too dark to show. And so I don't mind turning it up some if that means that we can start doing some outdoor nighttime exploration a little more often. And so I'm willing to make that trade-off of possibly making the game a little bit easier by being able to see more, so that we can show more on the screen in my videos, and I can, have more opportunities to have more experiences. But for the short term, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of experiences to have just out here. And the splashing was just some of these, little saplings falling into the water. Not some kind of bad guy. I haven't seen any sheep yet in this world. I haven't seen a pig, which I think look a little different now. And so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And yeah, how far the sun is starting to head back down, and so I think I am going to go ahead and head back to the north. Was that just a lighting bug? I guess that was just a lighting bug. I think that's just a lighting bug. Yes. Alright. It is terribly dark there for some reason, and now it's not. Alright. So yes, the new lighting system, well, I think is definitely better looking. It seems like, from what I've read Notch say, it's also better performing somehow. Like when nighttime falls, you don't need to... There's another chicken egg. Holy cow. Do the items, like, not despawn? That seems unlikely. And there is the chicken. Alright, he might have just been walking around there and laid that the whole time that I was around here. Here is the little marker that I made, because I think my spawn point is somewhere within just a few steps of here. And before it gets nighttime, I'm just going to go ahead and cut down some more trees right around this area. There were a number of other things I wanted to talk about. Let me check my list real quick as I'm chopping down some trees. Oh yeah, comments on the previous video. Did I already go through? That's right, I made a stone pickaxe rather than... Do I have a crafting bench sitting out here? It's going to be nighttime soon anyway. Oh wow, as the sun is going down, I can already see that it's a little bit brighter by the torches over there than it just is kind of out in the open over here. That is pretty neat. I do not have a crafting bench just sitting out here, but I will drop one right here just so that I can quickly make another stone pickaxe. Sorry, not pickaxe, axe, as I chop down some more trees. So comments on the previous videos. First of all, thanks for all the well-wishers who were happy that I am back. I'm glad to be back as well. It's fun to play the game, and I'm glad that you guys are happy to see me to enjoy watching some more videos. The two of us will work well together. You watch them, I make them. What a pair. Alright, it is getting dark very quickly here. Let me make sure I find my way back to my current residence, my cave abode. I talked a little bit in the last episode about work, just because that's kept me busy recently. And of course, when you mention you work at Microsoft and you're a developer, people always ask you computer questions. And yes, I would love to answer all of your computer questions about Windows and Microsoft and different things. But A, there are many questions that I am probably not the best person to try to answer, just because I don't know the details of every little technology. And B, there's 1,000 of you and only one of me, and so I couldn't possibly answer everyone's questions. And so this is not the best forum for doing that. But I hope that you are able to go visit, Microsoft online forums and different things, and you'll be able to find lots of questions, especially as the Build conference is going on this week. And a lot of people have the same questions about new technologies that are just being unveiled. Okay, and so we have another night cycle going in here, and so I guess I will go downstairs again. I have not yet collected Did I put iron away, or have I just not collected any more iron? Alright, I definitely need to, in earnest, collect some more iron, and I've also been using my stone sword on a bunch of stuff. I think it will last me... Alright, I'm going to use my sword less on... not vines, what do you call it? Things down here. Spider webs, because it's getting used up pretty quickly now. And instead, I will try to use my sword just if I need to fight some mobs, but I'm going to concentrate on trying to find some more iron. I didn't even realize, I think when I first came down here, that there's this big open area over here. And so why don't I go up there in order to be more protected? Alright, so yes, someone already asked questions about Windows and Microsoft. What else did people ask questions about? Some people were already telling me a little bit about details in terms of somewhere down in the abandoned mine shaft, they thought I was going to find like a chest full of gold or something, which would be pretty cool. I like the idea of kind of like, you know, new finds and new surprises down. Oh, wow, and there's minecart rails, which I guess makes sense since it's a mine shaft. And, oh, those could be useful to harvest, actually. Gosh, I spent so much time getting iron in my old world to create all the rails I wanted to create, and now, perhaps, I will need to do less of that because I can just steal them from the old abandoned miners who I guess, I don't know what the, Minecraft storyline is here, but I seem to be the only, man on the planet right now, but apparently at some point in the distant past, there were other miners in the Minecraft world. Alright, I hear a spider, but this seems to be a dead end. Other miners in the Minecraft world, or the Minecraft, planet, universe, whatever this crazy thing is. Gosh, these really are scary to walk through because there's like so much I can't see. You go a few steps and like you get into another hallway and you can't see it very well. This is actually a very good effect for being scary, I think. And alright, so here's iron. I said I was trying to get iron. And I'm worried because it sounds like the spider is closer. Yep. Oh, and that's a blue spider. Oh my gosh! He fit through! Oh my gosh, he's smaller! Oh dear! Oh my gosh! And now I'm poisoned. Crap.